Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Grease and
Grease and
Oil. I'm Mr. MPS.
And I'm Vinny Smith, and welcome to the very first episode, as he said, of our podcast where we talk about whatever we really want to. I think that's a pretty good summary.
Dude, I literally just said that. Why are you repeating me?
Because I just want to make cool videos like you, Matt.
You're failing right now because your videos are terrible and you should delete your channel. Welcome back to Negative MPS.
Welcome back to the podcast with Nega Matt and Nega Eric. And today we're going to discuss how terrible the white-faced troublesome truck is and why they should have just made the bubble loader 20 years earlier.
Nega Eric Pierre 69.
Wow, we're about 53 seconds in, and you've already made your first 69. So, for people listening who are, like, under my age, pretty much, I'm just going to make a disclaimer here right now stating that this podcast...
You should definitely listen to this.
You should, yeah. Basically, the way Matt said it very subtly, if you're, like, under the age of 13 or whatever, go ahead and watch it, but legitimately, viewer discretion is definitely advised because we will be saying some poopy words.
Don't watch this with your grandma.
You should really watch this with your grandma and your aunt, your uncle, and your deaf uncle as well. So both your uncles should come and join the festivities. Come for the ride, rocking and rolling on the railway. Yep. All right. Cool.
Well, jeez.
you get that reference, I hope.
Yep. Well, this is the first episode of our podcast. So, I like to think that we're putting in the perfect amount of effort, like 100% effort. So, you know what? For this episode, I'm going to be counting down the amount of effort that's just slowly going to decline.
Back to the top 10 efforts by Mr. Conductor Fan 14.
Our efforts just slowly going to decline throughout this episode. So right now we're at 100%, and I'm just going to count down. I got the effortometer.
Are we really at 100%?
We're at 100% effort right now. I got the effortometer right next to me. It's just slowly going to decline.
All right. And if you ever hear like weird crinkling or something from my microphone, that's because I like to drink water because I'm a human, and this is a water bottle. So yeah, that's me filling my mouth with various fluids. Thank you for playing.
99%.
Oh, here we go. All right.
All right.
So basically, this is a podcast. If you couldn't figure it out
if you couldn't figure it out by the frickin' 1,005
I wasn't
times
actually done yet. I wasn't done yet. This is a podcast where we can talk about...
you might say.
A poo-cast, sure. That was our original title for this. Actually, not really.
It was my original title for this.
Yeah, it was your fucking original title. This is a podcast, basically, where sometimes we might talk about stuff relating to Thomas the Tank Engine and what people actually want to hear.
Like in this episode.
I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put a lid. I'm not gonna we can think outside the box and talk about what's ever happening. If there's another like 9/11 or something, we'll talk about that and make a bunch of Holocaust jokes along the way, just for you kids.
Welcome back to the Holocast.
The
podcast about the Holocaust.
I'd be... Should I supply the audience with an artificial reaction because I've already heard that joke?
Oh my god. Yeah. Hey,
what?
Oh! You cannot... Hey, man, you can't really react. The Fine Brothers are gonna sue you, dude.
That slapping knee. Oh, man. Yeah.
You can't react, dude. The Fine Brothers are gonna sue you.
Wow, that's relevant and up to date with the current times. Thank you, Matthew Sanic.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
I'm hip. I'm jiggy. Was the cool cat thing? He's like, groovy!
Groovy! I don't know.
Exquisite!
Oh my god.
Turtles will be very proud to hear this. So, basically, every other week, more or less, Matt and I will have a guest star that is not one of us, because this is our podcast. And we're going to have, various Thomas community members. We'll interview them. We'll ask them, weird things. We might, play weird games. Point is, this is a podcast that will sometimes relate. We might have a
three-way sometimes.
Probably sometimes relate to Thomas and Friends. But really, it's just, we're going to have fun. You can listen to it if you don't. Actually, I recommend that you don't listen to this. You should stop listening to this.
Yeah, considering now we're only putting 97% effort into this.
Oh, all right. Thanks for that update, buddy. Yeah, so basically... This is not going to be a very organized thing. So Yeah.
Although, really, what do we do that is organized? Let's be real.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Hey, Mom. All right. So our first thing that we're going to be discussing here is the recent, basically, what'd you say, past 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Sure. I don't
Yeah.
know where you're going with this, so I'm just gonna agree.
The past, you know what the fucking, the thing, the document.
What the thing? What? Thank you. That was real specific.
Yeah, anytime, bud. So we're going to be discussing the recently released prototype images for basically all the main three branches of the Thomas merchandise nowadays, which are Wooden Railway, Take and Play, and Trackmaster.
Along with some minis, which
and that too. All right, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
So when was the special and like the synopsis for the special released?
I don't fucking know. It was a while. It was a while.
It was
ago.
like November or something.
Yeah. Well, in case you couldn't guess, we're talking about The Great Race, not the freaking 1965 movie.
I think they are. That's still relevant.
The 2016. Hey man, you know what? It's the 2016
Speaking of not
Thomas
relevant,
special.
how you doing, Matt? Oh!
I didn't hear what you said since I was talking over you, so I'm just gonna say yes. 96%.
All right. So basically, yeah. The
Jokes.
Great Race, more or less, and I'm definitely thinking less in this situation, is a feature-length adaptation, or at least loosely based around the Railway series book Thomas and the Great Railway Show, which is a good old Chris Audrey book. And I guess Andrew Brenner got the approval from Hit to adapt it because you have the opportunity for I think 12. I think the record on the wiki it said that this is to be the special that introduces the most characters.
Yeah, it's something like that. There's an absurd amount of new characters.
I feel like because of that, we're gonna get like a Reg situation because Reg was introduced in Tale of the Brave, but he had literally one scene that amounted nothing to the plot, where he just sort of talked to James and said, "Hey."
Yeah, it's gonna be the Batman versus Superman of Thomas specials, which is basically them trying to cram in a bunch of characters for merchandising, etc. purposes, and then they're just gonna be there.
Who else besides Wonderful Woman will be there?
In Batman versus Superman?
Yeah.
Aquaman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg.
Really?
Yeah.
They have. Wait, seriously?
Yeah, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, Green Lantern, The Flash.
Like a fucking Justice League reunion?
But except they're all meeting for the first time.
Oh.
And none of the characters have been set up, so we're just getting introduced to like an assload of new characters in one movie.
I did not know that they would go further than like Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman's in.
If they would have done just Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, I would have been fine. But no, they gotta catch up to Marvel, man.
Well, not even that. It's just the fact, let's, I'd be fine with if they just had Batman and Superman. Because, the movie's called Batman vs. Superman, and I would expect to have a movie where it's Batman vs. Superman. That's, I'm legitimately angry right now that they're including the rest of the fucking Justice League in this movie. I did not know that.
Yeah, this movie's gonna suck.
You could be completely bullshitting me right now.
No, I'm serious. Look it up online. This movie's gonna suck, probably. There goes our chance of ever being sponsored by DC Comics.
Because that was gonna happen.
Not sponsored by DC Comics.
We're gonna be sponsored by Marvel.
Dude, that'd be awesome. I'd love to. Welcome back to Marvel Cast.
Go to your recent go to your Blockbuster home video and pick up the newest.
Are those even a thing still?
Go to your newest Hollywood video and pick up a tape of the latest addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Howard the Duck. Thank you for playing.
Good.
Yeah. Anyhow, back on the topic of what no one and everyone wants to hear, The Great Race. What are your initial opinions on this, MPS? Do you think it has the potential to be something good, or do you just think it's going to be a very loose adaptation that will inevitably spiral into a big ol' hunk of bullshit?
Well, Mr. Conductor Fan 1406 at Mr. Conductor Fan on Twitter, I think that this is just going to be the second thing that you said.
Really?
That's it. No,
I mean,
no. Actually, I think this movie's gonna be all right Knowing Andrew Brenner, I'm sure he's going to find a way to put a dinosaur or two in there, because, you know, he's got that dinosaur fetish. I don't know if that's a thing.
They only did that in Tale of the Brave.
But then he did, like, Dinos and Discoveries and all the...
And that's it, though. It was a themed thing. Season 17 was, like, castles and shit.
But there's so many... But he includes dinosaurs in so many things.
And Season 19 is pirates. That's the thing. They're going through... You know, they're not making it about Blue Mountain Mysteries or various heroes of rails anymore. You know, you're going through the basic instincts of, you know, children's merchandising, which... You know, if you're trying to make a profit off of anything, that makes sense. You want to do what's popular. Kids like castles, pirates, and dinosaurs, so somehow incorporate that into Thomas. I think it makes sense from a merchandise standpoint. I don't know.
Grease and oil.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just thinking about how the fuck they're gonna be able to incorporate, because you have your three landmark child things. What the hell are they gonna do for the Great Race? What's like dinosaurs, pirates, castles.
Well, apparently it's introducing a bunch of foreign engines who will probably have super over the top racist accents.
Oh, so like Hero and Victor and no, actually that's it.
Speaking of which, let's read the description for the Great Race.
Yeah, Matt, you take this away because I've been talking my ass off anyhow.
Thomas wants to go to the Great Railway Show, but the big engines only laugh at him. They say he's not strong or big enough to compete from the best around the world, but Thomas is determined to find a way.
Oh, what a cheeky little scamp.
First, he tries to get himself streamlined.
Golly gee willikers.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Oh, that was my tripod, sorry.
You good, dude?
I think I just gave birth, sorry.
89%.
Anyhow, continue with your synopsis of the railways.
But the Fat Controller decides it would be better suited for Gordon. Then he tries to get himself repainted like a brightly colored engine.
Oh, God. Will you stay up for one goddamn second, you stupid tripod?
Welcome back to How Not to Set Up a Tripod Cast.
The tripod, my dad broke the tripod when we were filming the crossover for Rob in San Diego, and it's pissing me off.
Tripods, how do they work?
What's our quality percentage now?
Then he tries to get himself repainted like a brightly colored engine named Ashima from India. I'm probably mispronouncing that and being horribly racist while doing so. His plans go horribly wrong.
Why don't they just go all out and just like have the engine's face be like Indian?
Yeah. His brown has a dot in the middle. Oh my god,
exactly.
I'm going to hell for this. Thomas learns how to be himself when he finally discovers a way to compete. Thomas nearly gets to the show when Diesel threatens his chance once again. Because, you know, we can't have a special where Diesel's not the bad guy.
You have King of the Railway, you have Tale of the Brave.
I said we can't have a special where Diesel's not the bad guy.
Okay, Mom, just... Okay.
God. With that said, let's start taking a look at some of these engines, shall we? Now, you guys can't see this is a poo cast, but I actually have the pictures of some of these models pulled up on the frickin' Google Docs page. So if you guys...
So you guys can go to the wiki or something.
You guys can look at the wiki page. I don't know why I turned into Arnold there for a second. But you can go to the wiki page.
Freeze yourself there, kindergarten nice pop. Okay, let's go. So, our first character here is the wooden railway model for Frida? Frida?
I think it's Frida.
Frito. God, Frito's And, yeah, we got Fritos, we got Lay's, and we got good old, what was that?
Cheetos?
Sure, yeah.
Not sponsored by Cheetos.
We got Chester Cheetah's interpretation of the Railway series in a ballet. Yeah.
Not sponsored by Cheetos. Hopefully soon, though.
Yeah, we're gonna get a Frito-Lay.
We'll pull that Cheetos-Frito sponsorship soon.
I mean, you already got your Mountain Dew, coordination.
My behep list. Yes.
Oh, yeah, man. No, you almost sound like Eric there. Don't go that far. Don't go down the deep dark hole.
I'm not even gonna insult Eric, because if I do, he's gonna get all mad and yell at us.
Of course he is. No, that's yeah. I'm not insulting you, Eric. I mean, I am, but I'm not, because I love you. Anyhow.
I don't. Anyways, Frida is a big blue engine, because we don't have enough of those. It looks like she has some kind of, like, weird-ass cow catch.
She's a Nazi.
She has some kind of weird... Wow.
See?
Wow, god damn, that was cold. I mean, she is a
fucking
German
Nazi.
engine. Whoa, I just realized we have a German engine in this series. Dude, Matt Twillman's gonna, like, come. He's gonna, like, orgasm, just, like, right on the spot.
He's gonna blow his. This is gonna flatten his funnel, man. This is gonna bust his buffers. This is gonna
Fat
grease
man his
this is gonna grease his oil.
This is gonna fat man his Batman.
This is gonna
Podcast! Grease and oil!
This is gonna AIDS on. Okay, so here's my completely off-topic idea for a podcast. What if you had a bunch of people who helped the elderly, AIDS, health aids, talk about for a podcast every week for like 3 hours, because everyone has that time. They just talked about the disease AIDS, so it'd just be AIDS on AIDS. I think we should develop that. Do you think we should do that, Matt?
I think that's a good idea. I mean,
I
we
think that's
both
a good
are
idea,
almost
but
finishing
no
up our
way.
medical degrees. We're really close. We just gotta get those degrees, and then we can
just
do that.
gotta verify that we can do a good podcast, and then they'll recognize our true talents. So basically, I think we're on the
Get ready
highway.
for AIDS on AIDS, guys. Coming out in 2 weeks.
It's 2016, and it's gonna include the Justice League. Anyhow, yeah. So Frida, this model.
Frito.
What is your opinion on this model?
It's blue and it has red wheels and she's a big ass funnel. Holy crap!
God.
Look at that. It's like someone turns.
Holy,
her top,
it looks like her top.
Yeah, someone turns her top of Matt's hat upside down and put it on. She has the coal sticking up out of her bunkers, really weird. It looks like somebody with really spiky hair got stuck in her tender, and their hair sticking out of her tender.
Okay, first you start talking about a lady's funnel, then you start talking about her tenders. Man, this is gotta keep this classy, all right? Man.
Good joke. Us classy? Yeah, right, man.
Yeah. So honestly, considering except for the weird mohawk tender and the whatever 420 that's on her tender,
That's 409.
I don't speak English. Basically, I am legitimately not that interested because, to be honest, this doesn't look as bad as like Connor and Caitlin's models. They look about it the same, to be honest. Just with the whole streamline thing, they don't look. In fact, this seems to have a lot more wood than Connor and Caitlin's models.
Yeah,
So,
but I know Matt Twillman's gonna love this, so.
No, Matt Tillman will love the Twillman. Twillman will love the German aspect of this character and the thick Nazi. Why don't you just? We're gonna see how long it takes it for Fat Hat Nicholas Goodrich just get his freaking just draw a little Nazi stash on that engine. We'll see how long that takes.
Frida gets a 6 out of 9 from me.
Yeah, all right, we'll go with that.
Next up, we have Ashima, the Indian
Asthma.
engine.
We have asthma. I have asthma, the AIDS engine. Anyhow, I've just offended a lot of people. Anyhow, so for this model, we actually have two images for. One is the wooden model, and one is the take and play. Sorry.
And I put both of them next to each other. This is just so we could see how absurdly different they are from each other.
Okay, so one character looks like either. So the wooden model either looks like the model for Rosie or that weird what was it? Like a combination of Rosie and like the My Custom Engine thing.
Right, yeah.
It looks almost like that. And much like Frida, this one has a very interesting looking paint job, which
She's
is
got
just,
very pronounced eyebrow or eyelashes too.
she's like got some milli level eyelashes in here. And in fact, in the wooden, the take and play model isn't as bad with this, but the
but it
wooden
is as bad with the freaking paint job because it's purple for some reason.
I'm getting to that. The point is, this new character, the wooden model, her pupils take up almost all of her eyes, and it's kind of weirding me out because it just looks like she's a character from like Coraline, like the other mother.
She's looking into your soul, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. Also, the fact that the wooden model and the take and play model...
Hey, you said it right this time!
I know, right? I was pretty proud of myself. I got a gold sticker and a Tootsie Pop because my mommy's proud of me. Anyhow, the wooden model and the take and play model...
Yeah, good job.
Shut up! Oh my god! The wooden model and the take and play model look,
Welcome
nothing
back to
like...
Vinny Can't Tell the Difference Between Take Along and Take and Play, the podcast.
Welcome back to Matt Gets Hung by His Own Fallopian Tubes. So, anyhow, this model is
Hung by my own fallopian tube. That's a little...
You know it's true. It's gonna happen.
Humans, how did they work?
Well, the only difference at all in personality and biology between males and females is that one it produces and feeds smaller babies. So
Smaller babies. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what they're called. 86%.
all right, okay, we're really all right. So what I was trying to say, just in case you're wondering, because we are 20 minutes into this podcast.
Oh shit, we are.
We're 20 minutes in.
And we
so
have yet to talk about anything of substance.
Do you think we ever were going to talk
Yeah,
about
that's true.
Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say here is the fact that, just as a reminder, this will be a very disjointed podcast. I will constantly, as people who know me well enough, mostly Turtles knows this and complains about it, I will go on and off of tangents.
Oh yes, you will.
I do, I admit it, and I'm just saying that right now, is the fact that I will not stay on one topic for more than 2 minutes before making some obscure biology joke.
Nobody mentioned Taylor Kennedy to him. He's gonna go off on like a 10-minute
Dude!
rant.
Stop. Look. Listen before you cross the street.
Make sure you look both ways, dude. You don't want to get hit by a car.
You don't want to get hit by a BK Burger King movie.
What the fuck? You don't want to get hit by a Shima.
Kennedy joke. It's a Taylor Kennedy joke.
You don't want to get hit by a Shima, who, according to her description, is a lively and colorful Indian engine whose outer beauty resonates on the inside as well.
Ooh.
Well, then her inside must be pretty ugly, if you know what I'm saying.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is the fact, after like 5 minutes of being distracted, is the fact that the blue on the take-along... Fuck! Take and play. The blue on the take and play really doesn't match up because the wooden model is literally all pink. There is very little blue on it, and basically with the take and play model, it just looks like a baby Belle, kinda.
Whoa! Like holy shit! It does. Oh my god!
It just looks like a version of Belle that like got all ethnic and got a cow catcher.
Got all ethnic.
Yeah.
Oh, we are offending so
I'ma
many
get
people.
all ethnic on your ass. All right.
Them damn
So
foreigners.
the next one, I will. You know what? In the next new character, which is exclusively from what we have right now, it's a wooden model. I will let Matt explain this guy because I think it'll be a little too self-indulgent.
Well, this is Vinny's absolute favorite engine.
It really is.
All
because
time.
No one will shut the hell up about it.
His name is Racing Vinny, according to the Thomas Wooden Railway Wiki.
He sits there making fun of white-faced troublesome truck all day.
For being white. Vinny is a Canadian engine. He has a tough demeanor.
Oh shit, I didn't know it was Canadian.
Yeah.
Wow, they're really predicting my move after Donald Trump becomes president. That's impressive.
Excuse me, what are you saying about our future president, Vinny?
I was him for Halloween.
He has a tough demeanor and competitive drive that often get the better of him. While this makes it hard for others to get along with him, they still lend him a hand in a time of need.
I mean, considering that they're all engines and none of them have hands, that might be a little difficult.
Yeah, you know, it's...
Unless you're Reg and or Diesel 10.
That's true. Also, I'd like to note that he has some kind of, like, vent on his funnel. It's pretty weird looking. He looks like...
Oh, I didn't notice that. You're right. So
he looks like if Spencer and Diesel had sex somehow.
Engine. This is a steam engine that looks kind of like the combination between a whale and a tank.
That's actually kind of fitting.
It looks like the combination of a whale and a tank and, like, I don't know.
Hold on a second. On his side, he's got the numbers 6407. Now, if you type the numbers 6407 into Google Earth as coordinates...
It will send you to hell.
No, they'll send you to Vinny's house, which might as well be hell. And then you can go knock on his door and ask him if he wants a Skype call with you.
I think they don't even need to do that in person. That happened.
Yeah,
No
actually,
matter
this
what.
Skype call is kind of redundant at that point, isn't it?
Pretty much,
May I
yeah.
also point out that Vinny has his face that's very scary. Oh, and so does the
Oh,
engine.
okay. So the
79%.
grease and oil.
No, the engine's face is really scary. Someday they're gonna introduce an engine named Matthew or Matt, and you're gonna get back at me with this. But his nose is gigantic, and
So is the engines. Yeah.
Grayson, his tender is really weird too.
My
Like,
tenders are pretty weird. I
shut
must
the
say.
hell up! Oh my god.
I do kind of look like a whale in a tank.
Uh, Not sponsored by whales and tanks.
By the U.S. military.
Yeah, there we go.
They're
Well, no, he's a
such-
Canadian engine, so not sponsored by the Canadian military. They even have those.
All right, Jesus Christ, Rob.
Not sponsored by the RCMP.
So yeah. Anyhow, aside from the fact that he shares a striking resemblance to me, um, honestly, this character, I'm very interested to see what he looks like in CGI. Just
Yeah,
for
that's gonna be
how bizarre his
interesting.
wooden model looks.
Yeah, he's got a really weird tender.
He's got a really weird tender, but I don't actually dislike it as much as Frida and
Yeah, no, he actually doesn't look that bad. He looks pretty cool.
He looks a lot. Yeah, he looks like a transformer, if you will. And I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it easily could. The CGI model could look terrible, and I'll find that out.
Yeah, he
But
does
honestly,
look like a transformer.
I can't say this for the first two, but this is definitely a wooden model that I will buy. I will admit that.
But do you think there's more than meets the eye to him? Do you think he could be a robot in disguise?
I think you could be an asshole in disguise. So I think there's no disguise required.
Grease and oil. All right,
I'll grease your oils now. Shut up.
let's move on to the next.
Anyhow, this next character here, is named Gina, who is an Italian ice cream engine. Actually, just
That's the
Italian.
best, really. That's the best you could come up with.
I don't know. I don't know Italianness.
The pasta.
Mamma mia, Greece, and I don't know, man. I don't.
The grease and the oil. I don't know either.
I mean, before with Vinny, at least I spoke Canadian. I could, relate in
You
some.
spoke Canadian.
Damn straight I did.
Don't you? Do you think all these engines are just gonna have like really racist accents?
I think they're either they're gonna have really racist accents, or they're just gonna be in the background, so we won't hear their racist accents until season 20.
I'm not sure which one is worse, honestly. Anyways, Gina.
Also, Gina's boiler makes it look like she has some sort of like weird, like Dora haircut.
Yeah, she looks like
It's
Emily
kind of
almost.
unsettling, and the fact she's reminding me right now of that scene in the first Iron Man movie where Tony Stark comes out of the cave in the Middle East after he's made like his giant, like his kind of clunky robot suit. It looks like someone put this train together in a fucking garage,
Yeah, it
painted
does.
it green, and said, "I have a face."
It looks like Emily painted slightly brighter green without a tender.
No, it looks like Emily, but they made her fucking ugly and terrible, and she has like 45 different bolts on the side. Like, what is with her
So
cap?
Emily,
Her
fucking
cab-
ugly and terrible, is basically Emily.
No, but look, the cab looks like Boba Fett's helmet. It doesn't look right.
Whoa, it does. All of a sudden, also, why does she not have a number? She just has her name on her side, Gina, in big letters.
I think we're just too used to all these engines with numbers now.
That's true. Plus,
because
these
if
are
you
only
think about
prototypes.
it-
We have to remember that these are only prototypes.
These are prototypes, although I can't imagine they'll get a whole lot better. Speaking of which, let's go to our next item here of things that honestly can't get much better. There is a take and play model that is staring me in the face right now.
It's called Shooting Star Gordon, but let's be real, it's Streamlined Gordon. Because, Streamlined Emily was such a great idea that we just had to make more of these goddamn things.
I don't.
It's
I don't understand.
fugly beyond words.
I'm not just saying this to make a joke. I legitimately do not understand this model at all. And that's partially due to the fact that I have no context. I'm just handed this image of this, character. But what? It's so... It's not even called, like, Streamlined Gordon, like the Streamlined Emily Wood model. It's called Shooting Star Gordon. And that must be in reference to the small star that's on the side of his...
Why doesn't he have a funnel?
Why doesn't he have a peel? I think that's the better question.
A key
Or
and peel?
a fucking point.
A key and peel?
That was... If you're gonna make a joke...
Major key and peel.
Dude, if you're gonna make a joke, you should make it, like, be a joke.
You're a joke. Grease and oil. Got him. I got him, boys. I got him.
Such a noob.
I'm horrible.
You're a noob.
But yeah,
So
this model wouldn't be horrible if it wasn't it. Basically, this model wouldn't be horrible if they changed everything about it.
And there are several things I can say that are positive about this model. For starters, I can see, I said, aside from just like the kind of blank boiler, there is a decent amount of detail. You can see the front of like the cowcatcher thing. Like the front of the engine has like little steps.
It's got wheels.
I mean, it's got like the detail of like added wheels to give it the illusion, the failed illusion, but nonetheless the illusion that it is a bigger engin.
All engines need wheels.
And like,
man.
I think the most appealing thing to the theoretical purchase of this, me actually
theoretical. This is all in a theoretical, hypothetical world, by the way. Where we're actually willing to drop money on this piece of shit.
Theoretically speaking, I would for one thing, which is the face. The face is really nice.
Face is pretty good, yeah. The face
is it's not just a happy smiling Gordon. It's a face. It's a legitimate like determined like pissed off Gordon. And we have
a constipated Gordon, you might even say.
No, I wouldn't say
that. He looks kind of constipated.
You look kind of constipated.
I always am constipated.
Yep.
71%.
Matt, you're only 2% away from 73%.
Am I really? I didn't even know that.
Wow. So I mean, it just looks. It looks like a Powerpuff Girls dream or something. It doesn't look like Streamlined Emily is totally ridiculous, but at least it looks like an engine. It looks like it theoretically could exist. It has no point for existing, but at least it looks like an... This does not look like an engine. This looks like a parade float that has a really cool face and some decent detail, but it's just a fucking parade float.
My theory for this engine is up in the description. It talks about how Thomas tries to get himself streamlined, but the Fat Controller decides it would be better suited for Gordon. So my theory about this is that this Gordon never actually gets turned into this. This is just a Dream. Thomas
sees him and he's pulling the express or something.
Speaking of dreams, I had a thought. You know how like normal people like me and you have like really exciting dreams, like, oh, I was fucking flying around in a jetpack or whatever, like I robbed a bank or some shit. You know how normal people have like really exciting dreams, right?
Oh, robs a bank. Okay, you said rub.
Rubs a bank. You're a rub a bank.
Stand there outside the bank, like just going like, ooh, all right, it's got some nice styrofoam here.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, there's some real nice stuff here.
Some real nice styrofoam stuff. Anyways, do you think my phone could stop ringing? First of all,
I think it could, theoretically speaking.
It theoretically could, probably won't, and it's kind of pissing me off since people should know better than to call me when they don't know that I'm recording. But anyways, you know how normal people have like really exciting dreams? Do you think like people who live like really exciting lives, like freaking fighter jet pilots or like stunt like actors who jump off 1,000-foot cliffs or whatever for movie stunts, you think they have like really like normal boring ass dreams? Like, oh, what'd you do in your dream last night? Fucking, I went to Whole Foods, deposited some money in my Chase bank account.
Anything would be better than the weird-ass dreams they have on Sodor, because everyone has to fantasize about either being streamlined or being a goddamn airplane.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, Sodor, you can't get worse than Sodor. You could have a dream, and then, like you wake up, and there's already, like, a toy manufacturer person. They're like, it's like interviewing you about, okay, so what's the toy gonna look like? How are we gonna make it? Like, you wake up and this dude's already at your goddamn door. Like,
Excuse me, we saw that you had an idea in your dream. Could we talk to you about that, please?
excuse me, sir, but you're wanted on the telephone. Bother that merchandising creep, said the fat controller.
Yeah,
All right, so next item here, which actually legitimately has a lot of potential.
This actually surprised me. I was taken by surprise when I saw this item.
This is the Trackmaster, not fan-made, legitimately made by Trackmaster, Flying Scotsman.
You heard that right, folks, and he actually has the correct amount of tenders with the right thing in each tender. He has coal in one tender and, I assume, water in the other one.
And he doesn't look bad at all. In fact, I really like this item. It's probably the best Trackmaster item to come out of the post-redesigned weird, like they make it cheaper by, formatting it into like an easier thing.
So do you think we could take this as confirmation that the Flying Scotsman's in the movie?
Considering that, yeah, I would.
I think we can. Yeah, I think we can take this as confirmation.
I think we can thoroughly say that there would be no other opportunity to introduce the Flying Scotsman into the current Thomas show unless you had him at the Great Railway Show.
By the way, Turtles totally called this in season 3 of Submarine Conflict.
Yeah, I know. I think he uploaded the freaking episode the day they announced the special.
Yeah, he's gonna be all up in the comments like, guys, I'm Prophet.
Yeah, so Turtles will be appearing on this podcast on and off.
Hopefully, he was gonna be our co-host, but you gotta love Turtles.
He really just couldn't. He didn't want to come out of his shell.
Didn't want to come out of the closet, more like.
I was making a turtle pun, and you had to go all gay on it.
Welcome back to the Roast Cast, where we roast Turtles and Thomas.
Grease and oil.
That's not gonna get old at all.
You're not gonna get
Neither
old.
is me saying that we're now at 65%.
I'm really glad that you skipped over that. That's good. All right.
Yep.
So,
the only major issue with Flying Scotsman is that he's got steam on the side of him for some reason.
He looks like a wooden railway roll and whistle engine,
which
is not a compliment to anyone and should really never be said.
The steam, by the way, on the side is it doesn't look like steam. It looks like something else.
Looks like mash. It doesn't look. I'm not like just saying this to keep it like classy. I'm saying I don't think it looks like what you're thinking it looks like. It looks either like snow or mashed potatoes.
Well, Chris at Tayflying Kipper on Twitter
God
summed it
damn
perfectly.
it! Had to bring that.
Someone at Mattel got a little too excited after seeing the finished toy.
Kipper runs again into this.
Roll off the production line for the first time.
Shriner Uprising will be proud of that.
He's gonna love it, man. He's gonna be great.
Well, he was on the series anyhow.
Yeah, he's Derek, I think.
So, basically, the only items that I would even slightly consider buying so far are the Trackmaster Flying Scotsman and Vinny, because it's, me, and actually it looks like a decent item.
Yeah, actually, same. I don't even collect Trackmaster, but Trackmaster Flying Scotsman is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of people that don't collect Wooden Railway, but, in 2013 when they re-released him, they went out and bought it because it's the Flying Scotsman.
Alright, well, let's move on to our next thingy-majiggy.
So, if Mattel had decided to make a good item, like the Flying Scotsman...
They had to balance it out
I don't know what Nickelodeon executive waved a big ol' like, friggin' snip, like, a really tasty-smelling check in front of their face. Because now
what did it smell like?
Thomas and Friends...
What scent do you think it had?
I think it smelled...
It smelled like sausage. It sprayed like a ode sausage on it.
It smelled like potatoes and sadness.
That's my favorite.
Which is also
that's my favorite.
Also
side to go with potatoes, dude.
Potatoes and sadness was an alternate title for this podcast.
Welcome back to Potatoes and Sadness, the podcast where we eat mashed potatoes and cry about how much we hate everything.
Yeah. Which, coincidentally, is not actually an I Hate Everything parody by any means. Anyhow, is this... Okay, so I actually saw this for the first time today. All the other items I had several days and weeks in some cases to realize how shitty they were.
Yeah, this thing. When I first
I
saw
am-
this, I didn't
as
think
we
this was
record
official. I
this-
thought this was like a fan made thing, but no, this is like a legit thing.
As we record this item, or what the hell did I just say?
As we record this item, yes.
As we record this podcast, I am within 5 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours of seeing this for the first time, and I am like still going through like a series of denial. Like I am
He's going through the states of grief.
I am though. I'm not just saying that. It's legitimately quite scary to me that this can exist and how we actually had a really good looking item, the Flying Scotsman, and then you have this. This is like it's almost as bad as the bubble loader. Just why would you DC Comics, that's kind of works. It kind of looks cool because, as you may or may not have known, for Comic-Con 2015, they had Thomas Minis had a sponsorship, kind of, I guess, connection? Affiliation with DC Comics, and they released several in this kind of cool pack, It actually looked kind of interesting.
It was alright.
Yeah, it looked alright. But this is so out of left field. I mean, SpongeBob SquarePants. Like, actually.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this was not good.
Like DC Comics has been around for a very long time. A good 80 years. SpongeBob was created in 1999 and is clearly, obviously, more or less out of the public's eye. I mean, it's not like, the fresh new cartoon on the street. It's worn out its welcome, 5 years ago. But like, was there some Nickelodeon executive who was looking at SpongeBob and just saying, all right, so the fans don't like it, the hardcore like SpongeBob people, the classic fans, they don't like it. You know what would really make this and really bring back the appeal and the quality to our show? Having an affiliation with Thomas the goddamn fucking stupid ass shit, goddamn fucking tank engine, what the fuck?
Vinny, let me ask you a question. You a Leo mad?
I'm a Leo Convideo man.
What percentage of anger would you say you are at?
Over 9,000.
Alright. Well,
welcome back to dated references from 2007 YouTube poops.
2002, you might even say.
God damn.
Thank you.
I
I'll be
have
here
my
all week.
phone right here next to me, but I don't want to drop it.
52%. Anyways, in case you're wondering what Vinny's talking about, we got frickin' Minnie's Thomas and a Minnie's Percy. Minnie's Thomas is decorated to look like SpongeBob, and Minnie's Percy is decorated to look like Pat. I'm actually serious right now.
This is a legitimate item that was produced by Mattel.
Sounds like I'm joking. I'm dead fucking serious right now.
There is it's an official product that you can buy that is actually, it's not a fan-made thing. It's not some weird Kickstarter fund or what. I don't know who the hell.
It's so shitty.
Who wants this?
It's so shitty.
Who wants this?
It's so bad.
It's so bad. This is like, I would say it's as bad as the bubble loader, but it's so out of left field that the bubble loader is actually worse because it's like, there's no function on a railway for a bubble loader. This is just...
Yeah, like, because there's function on the railway for
so
fucking
bad,
Minnie's, Thomas,
as bad,
Patrick,
so
SpongeBob.
I mean, like...
Plenty of function on the railway for those guys, right?
I mean, at the very least, they sort of got characters, right? Like if they made... If they made SpongeBob as like Emily, Percy as like.
Would you like another straw to grasp at there?
They kept like, I don't know, fucking Victor or Connor as Patrick or something.
Just let go of that hope spot. Just fall off that cliff into the pit of despair.
We were so good. We had Trackmaster Flying Scotsman. A year prior, we had a legitimate recreation of Audrey's first Thomas.
Audrey?
12 months of that being released, we have a goddamn actual Thomas the Tank Engine SpongeBob merchandise crossover. I've rambled on about it long enough. You can look up the pictures. Actually, Matt, can we have links to all the images in the description?
Yeah, I'll put links to the images.
And
So bad.
all right, and our last item here actually
Just seeing this has dropped the podcast down to like 43%. Oh,
So,
God.
all right.
We actually have 2 more
So
items to go over.
2?
Yeah, you skipped a couple of them, but that's okay because these are really terrible.
All right.
One
so
of them
we
is
have
just it was an advertising thing on the I think it was either Trackmaster Wooden Railway website. Streamlined Thomas. Because
Really?
Shooting Star Gordon and Streamlined Emily weren't enough.
Wait, where are you getting this?
It's on the Google Doc above the SpongeBob pictures.
It is?
Yes. It's just in quotes.
Oh, you're right. You're okay. I see it. Yeah.
Professionalism, everybody.
Yeah. Ha ha. 52%.
50 or
Anyhow,
42.
So we have a Streamlined Thomas that is more or less actually going to be released, which scares me.
Again, because Streamlined Emily wasn't bad enough.
Because Shooting Star Gordon. What are they going to call this one, though? Because we have Streamlined Emily, we have Shooting Star Gordon. They're just going to call this Super Happy Yummy Time Thomas or something?
I think it's just going to be Streamlined Thomas, because that's the name I found it under.
I mean, we can't really say much about it, because
yeah.
we already kind of... We beat the dead horse that was Shooting Star Gordon, and plus we don't have a goddamn image to go off of.
Yeah, I just found this on the... I just found this under a listing for, like, the Take It Play website, I think it was.
Yeah, so, yeah, that exists. And this other one, I'm just in a really bad mood now because I'm legitimately, this isn't like acting or something. I am actually like kind of sad. Just
you need a fan to cool you down from that anger you got over those those minis. Whew, that was bad.
I'm just okay. So this other thing is a freaking wooden railway item. We don't know too much about it, but it says...
It's a wooden railway value pack.
Yeah, it's a value pack to two? Yeah.
Yeah, 2. Oh,
so
no, 3. 3.
Oh.
3.
Okay. Alright. It's called Diesels in Disguise, and in the description for it is that Diesel in Disguise is an upcoming value pack based off of the special The Great Race. It includes Diesel with a plastic crate cap, and the crate disguised versions of Dart and Den.
In case you're wondering what crate disguised versions mean, it's a crate.
So are we,
It's a Vicarstown Dieselworks crate with 2 eyes poking out and wheels that are supposed to be darts.
I haven't seen this image. I didn't notice there was an image. Oh my god.
It's supposed to be darts. But
what the?
It's a box on wheels with eyes.
Yeah, right now, one person who is listening to this podcast, you're getting my initial reactions to this. I did not notice there was a...
Dude, the Fine Brothers are gonna sue us. Shut the fuck up.
What? It's just...
It's a box with wheels.
It's a box with wheels, and it's got 2 fucking eyes poking. What is this shit?
Where's
shit? What is this?
I'm at my desk right now. I'm looking around. I'm trying to find some effort that they put into Thomas Wooden Railway. But right now, I got my Canon camera remote control, my iPhone, an empty bottle of Swamp Pop, a box of Baja Blast down on the ground, a James Goes Buzz Buzz, a pair of sunglasses. I don't see any effort. No, I can't find any effort other than the effort we're putting in the podcast, which right now is 37%.
Oh wow, you dropped a whole... Oh Jesus,
we dropped a lot.
Yeah.
It's just these bad items. They're just sucking the effort out of us, man.
I'm really sad. I'm just sad because that SpongeBob thing exists, and it's legitimately putting me out of the moon. Like, we gotta move on to another topic, dude. Like, can we please get away from SpongeBob or whatever? Like,
these Diesels in Disguise are just as bad.
Not really. Because they're not, like, insulting my intelligence or will to live.
It's a box with wheels and eyes that they're trying to market as an item.
You're a box with wheels.
Along with another box with wheels and eyes, probably, that's going to be Den. And then Diesel...
If you think... Dude, if you think about it, the goddamn Troublesome Brake Fan is a box with eyes on wheels.
How long do you want me to ponder that for?
As long as you'll allow it.
Okay, I've pondered it.
You puzzled and puzzled
puzzled and puzzled until I can puzzle no more.
Your puzzler was so... Oh, right in the goddamn puzzler. Oh, what else? Okay.
That's it.
Oh,
That's all
right.
the items.
No, it's not. We got more stuff, dude. Go on the wiki.
Go on
Go
the
on the
wiki.
Go on the 2016 page. We got more stuff to do.
We're gonna look at those
So-
too. Okay, I was planning to only look at the great race stuff, but if you want to look at this stuff, we can too.
Yeah, no, we're trying to round out our hour here. We got 10 minutes left.
Oh, we got
and-
10 minutes left till an hour. All right, man. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
So our next item here is released by Wooden Railway, and it is the Roll and Whistle Connor.
By the way, we're only going to be looking at Wooden Railway stuff basically from now on, because that's the stuff we specialize in.
That's kind of, yeah. I mean, I have reviewed Take and Play stuff before, but this is kind of my specialty here. So, the Roll and Whistle Connor.
You had to go to the Roll and Whistle engines first. You
Honestly,
just had to.
I mean, honestly, Turtles and Thomas knows my initial reaction to this because he was the one that showed this to me 2 weeks ago, and I think I was screaming for like 5 minutes
You
because
think that's bad? Check out the item.
you think that's bad. What about time? Okay.
Check out the other one. That's right. We got mother effing Rollin' Whistle Charlie. That's right, folks.
I thought that from moving on from the SpongeBob stuff that maybe we'd like get out of this terrible rut of depression.
Nope.
This is not getting any less depressing at all.
Yep.
So,
I think we have a
it
new
looks
worst
terrible.
Thomas
It's like
Wooden
all
Railway
plastic.
item. I think we have a new worst Thomas Wooden Railway item ever on our hands here, folks.
I mean, if you thought if you made a whole thing about the Roll and Whistle Rosie, this you have to cover because this is sort of your department.
Oh, I'm going to.
And I have the type of thing where if I was to buy one Roll and Whistle item, I'd have to buy the rest of them just to have them. So I'm not gonna
I could
ever.
not live like that.
So basically, I'm not ever going to buy a Roll and Whistle item.
Good plan.
So yeah, you're gonna do that. You're gonna cover that. Anyhow,
I'll cover that.
we also have what else we got?
We got
so
the
that's-
reintroduction of Bertram.
That actually I've seen. There's an image for that,
That
right?
doesn't look too bad. The face.
That-
I don't know about the face there, man. The face is kind of putting
It's
me
a
off.
little weird looking, yeah. What else? We
By
got
the
the
way,
back.
why Bertram? That's a really obscure thing to read.
Well, I mean, Wooden Railway is kind of its thing is doing obscure. In 2013, they introduced D199 Ferguson
Okay.
Scotsman.
Yeah,
In
that's true.
2012, they reintroduced George and Bulgy.
Let's see. We got Seaside Sydney, who's got a thing on the side of him that's got the soda.
I saw that on Kikray's Instagram first, and that was
Kekri 26.
that's him, buddy. What else? So yeah, there's a Santa's Workshop Express, which is an upcoming item, and it's we don't have a description, but we do have what it is, and apparently it's a snow-covered Thomas with a cargo car, 2 presents. Sir Topham hat is good old Saint Nick, the North Pole sign, Santa crossing sign, and Christmas tree, and isn't that the exact same fucking thing? It's like they're just sort of rehashing their generic.
You know what
holiday
that was
item.
right there, Vinny? That was a description. You said we don't have a description, and then you gave a description of the item.
KK. We have a Ready Set Race Percy here.
Which is a Percy that comes with the stoplight for some fucking I don't even know.
They're trying to tie it in with the racing theme of the DVD, which is Start Your Engines, but the thing with that is the fact that there's one episode on that goddamn DVD that has anything to do with racing, and it's with Gordon and Philip. There's no Percy, there's no stoplight, there's very rarely a cargo car involved in anything.
We got Mccoll's Farm Petting Zoo, which is the
This-
zoo cars.
This
Except
is reminding not to bring it back to depression, but this is
Welcome
reminding
back to the
me.
Depression Cast
Yeah.
with your
So
host,
not
Vinny
to
Smith.
not to be all depressing and stuff, but this item legitimately reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob where Patrick and SpongeBob shave Sandy and wear her fur.
Wait, that's an episode. That sounds really fucked.
It's one of the
up.
first when they get locked in for winter and they're
Oh
cold.
right, yeah.
They sneak into their treehouse and they like take a bunch of scotch tape and just go and then they put it on and you go, I'm whatever.
That was a fantastic SpongeBob impression, my man.
Yeah. So I'm Dirty Dan. I'm Dirty Dan. You know that.
Yeah.
So this is an item which is essentially the zoo cars from the late '90s, I think.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. That's classic TWR. So what you have here is the same zoo cars, pretty much exact. Yeah, I think they are the same. And I guess their chassis, are they plastic? No, that's wooden. And you have 3 wooden items, which are a sheep, a gram, and some sort of llama thing. I don't even know. It looks like a goddamn power falcon.
A power falcon.
Yeah, man. And they're just sort of they look like, again, the power falcon llama thing.
You're a power falcon, dude.
Your mom's a power falcon last night, man. Anyhow, so
26%.
Oh my god, that was good. So if the llama looks like a skinned SpongeBob, then the other two just sort of look like tribbles from Star Trek. I mean, this is really scraping the bottom of the barrel for what you can do. I mean, if a SpongeBob affiliation will get you anywhere in life, and you're really desperate for any new items to make, and you just make a bunch of fucking Chia Pets in, strollers and wooden railway strollers, what do your parents got to do to you for you to turn out like this?
What's gonna happen to you? Jeez.
No, I think the better question is, what has happened to
That's
you?
true, yeah. Well, let's get away from that and let's go to slightly more bland items. Let's go to the Day Out with Thomas 2016 coach, which is basically someone ripped off Annie or Clarabelle's face and put a design on the side that's Day Out with Thomas, and that's about it.
It's got little pictures of like people and stuff, and it's really not all that interesting at all.
There's no llamas 0 to 10.
Oh man, god.
I was really expecting a llama inside the coach.
I was legit. Yeah. All right. What else? We got the Duck Pond Crossing, which I think has Josh reviewed it yet? I think Josh bought it at least.
Yeah, I feel like Josh. Josh dropped like $600 and something on TWR items. We gotta stage an intervention for that dude sometime. That dude's insane.
Yeah, he kind of is. So the Duck Pond Crossing is an upcoming destination. Pressing the barrel on the side will make the duck travel to it. Travel to have it feed or swim. It will also include a duck crossing sign.
What sign? Well, I wasn't gonna buy this item until I read that it had a sign.
Honestly, I bought the Steaming Around Sodor set, which is like one of the only negative reviews I've ever seen Josh give to an item. And it already has the duck sign, which means that obviously the duck sign was not going to be the centerpiece of this abomination of society. But I mean, it's really
savage.
It's just gonna have the same influences that the Mccoll duck pond thing.
Macaulay Culkin duck pond.
Macaulay Culkin duck pond. Yeah. I think that was.
Man, I love Home Alone.
Wasn't that an item last year? There was it looks like the same item, except it's got
there was some item that looked really similar to this last year.
They're very, very similar, and it's just like, I don't know how anyone would be able to use this item outside the context of a layout.
Speaking of Farmer Macaulay Culkin, let's go to the next one. McColl's Farm Chicken Coop is an upcoming destination.
They really have their eyes set on this. Like, Mccoll is the centerpiece of the Sudrian universe for whatever reason.
Turning the dial on the side of the destination will make the plants grow and the chicks peck. The chicks are made out of a fuzzy material. It also includes a 6-inch piece of straight track, a cargo car, and a bag of chicken feed cargo piece. Because, you know, that's what the fans have been asking for. I really wish we had a chicken feed cargo piece to go on our freaking layouts, man. That's what I want.
This is, once again, an initial reaction thing, because I have not seen this item before. I didn't know this existed. And I'm just kind of cracking up, because it's the packaging for the box looks like one of those touch and feel books. It
even literally says touch and feel.
It says touch and feel, and it says try me, turn the dial. And I guess, it's an educational thing for kids, and, you're getting textures and stuff. But if you're trying to emulate the textures of grass, don't make it like the bottom of a fucking,
of a crock or something.
Yeah, it's
Speaking of Crocs, never wear Crocs ever. Because
okay.
the second anybody ever puts on Crocs, I'm instantly there. I just run over and I just go, "What are those?" Because no, just don't wear Crocs.
All right,
Crocs are a
six
no-no.
percent people. We're at 6%.
Wow, we dropped down really fast. Holy shit.
Yeah, we dropped faster than Matt's voice. All right, here we go.
We dropped faster than a Duntadon.
Yeah. Shark food delivery is an upcoming destination. When the shark food barrel is put on top of the Sodor Shark exhibit tank, the sharks can be seen moving inside. Who gives a fuck?
Because, you can definitely just put sharks in a small circular... Multiple sharks in a small circular tank and they survive. It's fine.
Honestly, who gives a fuck? No one, because you can even see on the goddamn fucking prototype, they have a roadway track and a cargo thing. And then they have their weird... The barrel that comes with the destination. Again, in the prototype,
it's oil for some... Yeah, because
it's an oil thing. So what they're saying is they're predating the idea that they're going to be launching these sharks out of some odd cannon like machinery, and just sort of like space sharks. Is that what they're doing here?
Either that or they're trying to launch. Either that or they're
You have a SpongeBob affiliation, a Streamlined Gordon, and space sharks all in canon with Thomas and friends. Thank you, play me out.
Trying to advocate an oil spill. I think BP might have bought them out for this one thing and just see, we can put oil in the water too.
That was good. That was a good joke, man.
I made it funny, guys. I made it funny. Anyways, next up we have Vicarstown Station, an upcoming destination based off the Great Race. It features 4 lanes of track and a red dial on the roof, which can be twisted to play flashing lights and signal sounds.
Unfortunately, we don't have a picture for this, but actually, this doesn't sound all that bad, because they made a Tidmouth station a couple of years ago, and that was actually
pretty cool. I had that one.
That was a decent item, and the fact is, I think this is going to have the same type of affiliation that the Dynamite Blast thing had with
Dude, you're dynamite.
Oh, thanks, fam. I think no, but honestly, I think this station will have the same type of affiliation with the special as the Dynamite whatever explosion thing had for Sodor's Legend of Lost Treasure. Just because can you imagine a big scene happening at Vicarstown Station? I mean, it just doesn't exist. There's not a Vicarstown Station.
Is there really not? I'm gonna Google this. Hold up. You hold on the podcast.
There's a Vicarstown shed. There's a Vicarstown Diesel Works. I don't think there's a Vicarstown Station, in the Thomas canon. So if they're gonna introduce it, it's gonna be like what was it?
Yeah, there's a Vicarstown Station.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you just burst my Mr. Bubbles.
Mr. Bubbles, Mr. Bubbles.
Yeah. So yeah, what else we got?
We're at an hour, by the way, and we're down to 5%.
All right, so we're gonna try to wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon here. Let's
see. We got all the Dustin items. If you want summaries on that shit, go check out.
If you want a reason to look at a character who was introduced in the Thomas's World Tour YouTube series, this is the item for you, because no one fucking cares about Dustin. He looks like the goddamn Batmobile with spinning rotors in the front. What the hell? No one cares. Move the fuck on. Alright.
I actually don't mind Dustin.
Shut up. Next, we have the Light Up and Reveal, Annie and Clarabelle.
Edward Alba reviewed that. He reviewed it way better than any of us could.
Our affiliation here is not going to add anything, because he already has, a decent amount of views, because his thumbnails are just Josh's.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're just Josh's. But yeah, so check out his review. He actually does a pretty good review of that.
Let's see, we have the Working Hard Steamies and Diesel set, which is a circle set with a box.
I was talking about the item and you just had to cut me off. But you know what? We have moved on, so continue.
It's like a
Matt.
That is my name. Thank you for saying it.
Continue on, you little slut.
All right, sir. It's like a circle set with a can in the middle, just like a tin can.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's this Working Hard Steamy... God, the Working Hard Steamies and Diesel set. Get your life together, Vinny.
Oh my god. No, wait, look at this.
I'm looking at it.
No, not this. Another item. I'm looking at the wiki here. The Sodor Sweet Factory. This item must have, yeah, this item was introduced in 2014. I remember I wrote a sketch for this in my one of my reviews, and then the picture got taken down from the wiki, so I had to rewrite it. But I've seen this before. Apparently, it was introduced in 2014, but now they're like,
It looks so bad. It's like the new bubble loader almost. It's so crappy. Because,
I mean, at
gumballs can
least,
just be unlooted with a shoot.
but Matt, at least gumballs are an actual product that people can buy and people do buy in reality. I'm not gonna fault it because this product already existed in a sense with the soda sweet, like the troublesome trucks and sweets set. That was a thing, and I kind of got angry at that before 2 years ago. I'm not gonna waste my time here. So, it's a soda sweet factory. What the fuck do you want?
What I want is a Baja
It's your
Blast.
love.
No, I want a Baja Blast, boy.
Okay.
How are you talking about?
I well that my proposal failed, and we're at 2% here.
2%.
2%.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Just tell me what you want, what you really... Okay.
I wanna. All right. Okay.
Welcome back to getting copyrighted.
Yeah. All right. Next we have the Summer Day Beach set, which we actually do have an image for, and apparently it's Thomas Rosie cargo car with a starfish and a sandbox. Sir Topham Hatt in his Catwoman outfit. Ice cream stand, Normby Beach, boardwalk sign, figure 8 pieces. Honestly, who the fuck cares?
Well, this is Rosie in it, so automatically gets a failing grade from me. Next up, we have the Speedy Surprise Drop Set, and I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks kind of badass.
This could work. This could easily work as like a good item because everything other than the Flying Scotsman and Vinny haven't really looked like have little to no potential. This actually could.
Yeah, this item gets a 6 out of 9 from me.
Again, that's not that funny, but okay, Matt.
You're not that funny.
Whoever, I never said I was.
Got him! I got him, boys.
You got me.
Got him.
Chief.
Alright, next up we have the Leap and Splash Dolphin Rescue Set, which looks...
And I haven't even seen this yet, and already I'm disappointed, so let me get to the page.
Pretty much. Basically, all you need to hear is...
Oh my god!
That was so loud.
No!
That was really loud.
No!
Thomas is lugging around a dolphin in an open zoo car with no water.
No! What? No!
That was so loud. Oh, my ears.
No.
You know, Vinny, tell us how you really feel.
No.
1%.
We're 1%, folks. Welcome to Greece and Oil. FDR 53.
Next up, we have the... Oh, that doesn't have a picture on it, so I'm just gonna get out of here, because this doesn't have a picture. We have the... Oh, I already looked at that. Alright, that's it. That's all we're gonna look at.
Alright, folks.
Vinny's already traumatized. I don't need to traumatize him more.
So, I am dead.
This podcast didn't get interesting until 1%.
Yeah, so we're 1% here, literally and figuratively, because we've been recording for an hour and 8 minutes, and I think you think this is a good place to end.
I think a good place to end would have been the second we said welcome to Grease and Oil, but...
Am straight or gay, I don't care.
You gotta cater to the gay audience, dude.
Yeah, what do you think Thomas and Friends is? Bright colored, whatever. I offended so many people. Alright.
Nah, dude, it's fine. As
Thank
long
you
as
for
you're not a pussy, you didn't get offended.
Alright, man. So this has
was pretty
been
loud,
a Grease and Oil podcast. Come back next Friday.
Or don't.
We'll
We don't really
be
care.
discussing. We'll be discussing whatever we're discussing next Friday. We'll figure that out. We'll burn that bridge.
Actually, don't come back next Friday, because this episode was so bad.
This episode, I really like this episode. You should listen to this all the time, every day.
Go back and re-listen to this episode again.
So just basically listen to this episode
Just
on
have
loop.
this episode be the background
Store
sound
if
for your
you're
life.
at school. Just
Go
for the
into
rest-
Whole Foods in your dreams. Just make this the background noise in your life.
You're the background noise in my life, Matt, and that should mean a lot to you. All right.
0%.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe to our account if you like it. Make sure to subscribe to Matt's account, Mr. MPS, and my account, Mr. Connector Fan 1406. Thank you for listening.
Follow us on Twitter because Vinny finally got a Twitter.
Yeah, I got a Twitter.
Follow me and him.
Oh my god, I'm trying to end the fucking episode, dude. All right, this has been a Grease and Oil podcast. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.
Grease and Oil. 0%.
You good? You stop recording?
Yes.
All right. I like that. That was fun.
Sure.